So there was an interesting leak regarding a potential Nintendo Direct that comes from a source that has been credible in the past. So some very interesting stuff that I wanted to talk about regarding that here in this video. If you do enjoy this one, be sure to leave a like, subscribe for more, and we're not going to waste any time. We're going to go ahead and jump straight into this. Okay, so first things first, if you missed it, yesterday we got a trailer for Princess Peach Showtime, which featured a cowgirl and ninja transformation for Princess Peach. Now, this is very relevant to what we're talking about, so just do bear with me for a quick second. It is worth noting that in one of the original trailers, Peach is standing outside of this area, and there's you both see a symbol for like kind of a cowboy sort of cowgirl kind of transformation and ninja. It was basically one of those like throwing knives logo and whatnot. So there was that to take into consideration for what I'm about to tell you. But there was a leak that came out from Emily Rogers, who again has, you know, I think a pretty decent track record from as far as I can recall with some of these things, who posted over on, what was it, B4K, and this is what she had to say. So I'll throw it up on screen right now, you guys can take a look. So it says that the leaks, well, I guess it wasn't maybe specifically for Nintendo Direct, I'm not sure, but the leaks, she says, are the following. Now, the reason I mentioned the Princess Peach segment is because she actually mentioned this before the trailer came out, saying that Princess Peach Showtime was going to feature cowgirl and ninja segments, which was the case. We've seen the transformation. So again, does this hold weight? Potentially, but maybe not as much weight, because it is possible to have guessed that because of the previous trailer had some hints at that, but it wasn't blatantly obvious. So that's why I mentioned that. But also mentions that Fire Emblem 4 remake is releasing in May, that Donkey Kong Country is getting a new game for its 30th anniversary, which is something that is very interesting because I think Donkey Kong Country has been long overdue. The last one was what, Tropical Freeze, and that came out like how many years ago? So I think the series is long overdue to get a new game. And honestly, for its 30th anniversary, that kind of be perfect anyways. So I see that as being very plausible. None of this seems, you know, too crazy, you know, out of the ordinary. Same thing with Metroid Prime 2 Remastered. We got Metroid Prime 1 Remastered. I said at that time that I believe Nintendo was going to want to, release Prime 2 and then Prime 3 Remastered before 4 comes out. And I think they're just kind of, you know, bidding their time so they can have more time on 4. So I believe that's very plausible as well. Then we were getting a Grezzo remake, which again, Grezzo often remakes different Zelda games for Nintendo, of the Zelda Oracle games, which would be, you know, both exciting and disappointing, because I was kind of hoping Minish Cap would be the next one to get a remake, if so. But again, something that seems very plausible, right? We got Link's Awakening that got a remake. We got some other games as well. Obviously, we got Skyward Sword that got the HD treatment. A lot of us want Twilight Princess HD to get ported over and Wind Waker HD to get ported over to the Switch, but at this point, I don't know if it's going to happen. But the Zelda Oracle games getting remakes makes sense. And then a couple other things, that Feel Good game is getting localized, and that Famicom Detective Club returns as Nintendo Detective Club. 5 high school girls must solve vicious crimes that they are personally involved with. So that's the leak that came out January 17th, so a few days ago at this point, you can see. But again, she was right about the Princess Peach thing. Again, I mean, it was something that you could have guessed, right? It is possible you could have guessed it. Like I said, it wasn't extremely obvious, but at the same time, it was pretty obvious as well. So I don't know. I mean, it's possible. It's possible. You know, we are typically due for a Nintendo Direct around this time, right around February, give or take. Sometimes they push it off till March. We're kind of, due for that. It is interesting though. And again, this might be stuff that gets released and revealed, separately, because Princess Peach Showtime, we got the trailer yesterday, at the time of recording this, and that was something that was, completely, obviously, separate from any kind of Nintendo Direct. And then, obviously, today we also got a trailer for the expansion pass side order for Splatoon 3, so they did that separately as well. All things that could have been in a Nintendo Direct. So either they're planning a Nintendo Direct that's going to be focusing on bigger stuff, or maybe even bigger, like maybe it's going to be a reveal of the next console for all we know, and they're just kind of releasing these things kind of separate leading up until that. Because again, it seems like every day, for the past 2 days anyways, we're getting a reveal. It kind of makes me wonder, tomorrow, the 25th, are we going to get something else revealed? One of these other trailers? I mean, possibly, who knows, if they're, if they have something bigger planned for Nintendo Direct. Or again, maybe some of these things that are mentioned in here are for said Nintendo Direct. Maybe said Nintendo Direct happens in February, and then they do kind of like Metroid Prime 1, and they're like, oh, hey, Metroid Prime 2 Remastered is out today, and it's coming out, physically, in a couple weeks or whatever. That's also possible. So, I don't know. I thought it was interesting. Take it with a grain of salt, because it's not from Nintendo, but at the same time, I think a lot of these things are very, very plausible, and it was worth mentioning. You guys let me know in the comments below. What do you think? Do you think that this is legit? Or do you think that it's not? And where do you, I don't know, where do you stand on that? I really want to see a new Donkey Kong Country. I've been a fan of that series since I was a kid. The first 3 games on the Super NES are some of the greatest video games ever made, some of the greatest soundtracks ever made. I mean, if you never played those 3, they're on the Nintendo Switch Online, the Super NES games, they're there. Please go play them. They are so good. So good. I cannot recommend them highly, or high enough rather. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. If you enjoyed this one, leave a like, subscribe for more. And whenever we get official word from Nintendo, I'll let you guys know here on the channel. We'll do reactions and all that good stuff, as well as news, and cover the games when they actually come out. So thanks for watching. Until the next one, game on. See you guys soon.